Sugoi yuntia das nots neongets oniotega ni wagahogita loro. My English name is Eliza Skenandore. I am Oneida Nation of the Wolf Clan. I grew up in the Oneida community. We lived in the Green Earth Mobile Home Court until I was about 9 years old. And I attended the tribal school from kindergarten to 12th grade. And so that really contributes to my art because I grew up in our culture, which not everyone has that ability to do. And so that I feel like that really shaped me because at tribal school we have culture class, language class, our Iroquois music teachings. And so all of that really built me as a person, but also contributes to my art. My biggest role model was my dad. He taught me how to treat people and to be taught me not only just how to treat people, but also to stand up for who we are. And so he was definitely like my biggest role model and still is to this day, even after him passing. And then also the teachers at tribal school, because they were like family. Like some of the teachers we had in grade school, but we would also have them at high school. And so you have this relationship with your teachers through kindergarten through 12th grade, and those really were like my biggest role models. As an adult, like my biggest mentors were the staff at the museum. I had an internship program at the time, and Rita Laura really supported my art and my journey. That was the first time I thought of doing this like as an art, like doing raised beadwork as an art. And she gave me opportunities to teach and grow. Sarah Summers taught me about our art and the collection off-site, and taught me the importance of always doing your best work. And then Josh and David also worked there at the time, and they taught me so much about our culture and history. It really shaped me who I am as that internship program. So I'm so thankful for the tribe for doing that, because I was going to school for animation and wanted to work at Pixar. And so I would have been telling other people's stories. And because of that internship, I'm now teaching others and sharing our story. So the museum staff they were a huge way of shaping my journey to becoming the artist I am today. To me, it's this huge honor to be receiving this award. I feel like not only is it an honor, but it's also a huge responsibility. I feel like it's this commitment to continue to learn and to teach and share our culture with others and be able to make opportunities for others to grow and learn our culture, and making a space for our future generations to take care of our culture. For any Oneida artist, but any Native artist in general, really, just never give up. That's something that I want to make sure that all artists feel, is that they shouldn't give up, and that they should celebrate everything that they do, because everything they create, it's proof that we're still here, that we're still carrying our ways. And then just also, everything that we do should be celebrated. And it also gives us that opportunity to celebrate in a way that is healing. My art is a way for us to continually have a place to tell our stories. I feel like that's what I try to do with my art, is really showcase our cultural ways, even our language, even though it's like mostly beadwork that I do. But I love doing a story within my pieces. And not only for right now, but I want my art to someday be an inspiration for others even after I'm gone. Like the art that was in the museum collection when I was an intern, I'm hoping that someday my art will be the inspiration for future generations to learn about their culture and find out who they are and take that step in sharing our culture with others. Pass on my gifts through teaching. So I feel like the biggest part of how I pass on my gifts is through like workshops. It's even like setting up at vendor tables and people asking me how do I create these things or who the Oneida are, and people ask like how do I get started. My last vendoring event, someone asked me how do I find events to vend at, and so just a way for me to give back is always sharing what I learn and not like keeping like our culture gatekeeped, because there's so much trauma that goes with that, with our culture and sharing it. And so getting past those trauma hurdles, that we have to keep our culture within us and within our families and share it outside, and so that others in the community have the same opportunities that we did. And so that's the biggest part, is just being able to share anything that I've learned. That's my favorite thing to do, is not only learn it myself in that learning journey, but also sharing it with others. And I feel like when I share, I'm also learning, because it reinforces what I've already learned. And it teaches me in a way of what resources are missing in our community. And so not only does it teach me how do we bridge our culture to other community members, but also what other resources do we need in our community so that our culture can be shared more widely. My biggest goal right now is to someday have a solo exhibit. So one thing that I've done in the past are adding these little pieces to community exhibits, but I've never done a solo exhibit where you walk in those doors and it's just all my creations and my pieces. And so that's a big goal of mine, is to someday have that solo exhibit, and I feel like, oh, I made it as an artist now. But also another goal of mine is I'm working on a children's story, and I want to publish a book, and I'm really close to that. I'm working with a publisher right now, and so hopefully someday on the bookshelves in many Oneida families will be the story that I've written, which will be really exciting. If I had all the resources and all the time in the world, I would love to create a community hub that artists could go to learn, create, and be a shared space where we can learn our culture together, and it would be a place that they would feel safe to ask questions. Also a community hub that could do artists in residence, because I feel like we're missing that in our community. A lot of times we have to do these artists in residence outside our community or travel states over, where I feel like that's something that we could do here in our community for our tribal members, our tribal citizens, and I feel like that would be just amazing. So that would win the lottery, I'm building that.